Hello everyone guys, today we continue our small series of New Year's videos, but right now I want to talk to you about more down to earth topics. There were a lot of questions of this nature. Nadezda, if we really don't put a star on top of the Christmas tree, what should we put there instead? If not a star, then what? A star and icicle. I'm not really a fan of an icicle either, even if it's not the guiding star. I'm also not very fond of that idea. If you're thinking about what you can put on top of your Christmas tree so it looks nice, and you really don't want it to have a bare top, just tie a bow. I do this. I simply tie a beautiful bow and it looks wonderful. I've done that my whole life and it's just a great solution to this dilemma. Next, I'd also like to bring up the topic of gifts. This is a topic that bothers a lot of people, how to give them, what to give, whether it's necessary, and so on. Listen, guys, I think that gifts are great. It's wonderful if we give each other gifts sometimes, whenever we have the urge to please another person. We don't necessarily have to give gifts only on specific holidays like New Year's or birthdays. Sometimes you might just decide to buy, I don't know, a chocolate bar or a box of candy and give it to someone, just because you felt like doing something nice. I think that would be a pleasant moment both for you and for that person. It's definitely a super cool thing. I love gifts in the sense that I love giving gifts to people. I love giving very good, beautiful gifts. I always want them to be something useful. I'm not really a fan of knickknacks, like souvenirs and other little trinkets that some people buy. I'm the kind of person who, if I want to give a gift, I choose something really cool and practical. Something that's great first and foremost, cause, as they say, G from the heart. I can't tell each of you exactly what you should give or how you should give, but I can share my own approach. It's up to you whether you want to do things similarly or have your own viewpoint. Of course, I do love to give expensive gifts or really nice presents sometimes, but not because I want something in return or because I expect gratitude for giving such a fancy gift. It's simply a matter of the soul. I really do it for my own enjoyment first. It makes me happy to think about the present, to imagine how the person will be happy, how they'll be excited, to picture myself fulfilling this little wish of theirs. If I can give them that gift, why not? It's awesome when you can give someone something they're truly thrilled about. That doesn't mean you have to give everyone a pricey, lavish gift or else not give anything. How you approach gift giving is your own decision. It's about your personal finances and so on. But, as they say, a kind word makes everyone happy. Even if you just give someone a tangerine, since at least in Russia, tangerines have strangely become a symbol of New Year, or a piece of candy or something small, it can be a nice gesture. The person will appreciate that you remembered them, and it's definitely nice for you as well if you remember someone and one want to make them happy. The main point is how you feel inside when you want to please the other person, when you choose that gift with love, or maybe you were just hurrying through the supermarket, saw a lollipop, remembered a wonderful child, or saw a chocolate bar and thought, hey, why not grab this and give it to my coworker? Even such small gestures matter, as long as they come from the heart. The most important thing is, if you want to give gifts, the process of giving should bring you pleasure too, not feel like an obligation. Don't let it become some routine like, I have to give Masha a gift. What on earth should I get her? With that approach, I don't think it makes much sense to give anything, because it's all about the energy behind it. If you buy someone a gift while feeling burdened, or if you're forcing yourself because you have to, then maybe it's better not to give anything at all. That energy you put into the gift will carry negativity. It won't be a purely positive thing, even if it's something useful or practical. It won't bring really good, happy energy into that person's life because it's already filled with a bit of negativity. So guys, if you want to give something to someone, the first thing I'd like you to remember is to please do it with love. Do it with real intent. Even if it's just a piece of candy, do it with the kind of emotion that makes that candy bring incredible joy to the person who receives it. Put that emotion into the gift. Above all, you're putting your own feeling into it, choosing it with love, and experiencing pleasure in the act of giving. Of course, this doesn't mean, for example, that if your child wants Bluetooth headphones, but you personally prefer a different model, you buy the ones you like and expect them to be happy. That's not really right. Try to pick gifts that the other person will truly enjoy, that they'll see and say, "Oh, this is exactly what I wanted," or "I really needed this." Don't be the person who brings a box of chocolates to someone with diabetes. Please don't. Just because you really love chocolate doesn't mean it's a suitable gift for everyone. So approach gift giving with love and with common sense. A gift from the heart. There's just one gift related point I want to mention. What is better not to give for New Year, or maybe not to give at all? This is entirely up to you. Of course, you can give whatever you like, since there aren't any strict rules. But I personally don't recommend giving symbolic souvenirs from the whole year of the other animals, like if it's the year of the pig or, right now, the year of the rabbit, rushing to hand out rabbit calendars, rabbit toys, or rabbit knick-knacks. You don't need to do that. Please avoid giving these symbolic items. They won't bring any real happiness or beneficial energy into a person's home or aura. In fact, that any kind of symbolic imagery, these licensed or patented images, can act like a portal. If you give someone a calendar featuring the symbol of the year, that symbol is copyrighted or patented by someone else, so the gift can carry negative energy. It becomes a portal which can do more harm than good, so try not to give gifts like that. Also try to avoid gifts loaded with New Year's symbolism, like figurines of Santa Claus or anything that brings extra portals or entities into someone's home. People often seem to think that for New Year, the only possible gifts are these holiday-themed objects or souvenirs with the year's symbol. Better to give something else instead. Maybe homemade crafts, but not shaped like a rabbit, for example. I've already mentioned that it's also best not to bring these symbols into your own home. Moving on, many of you write little notes for New Year. Many of you have these traditions of drawing up plans for the coming year. All of that is great. Fantastic, in fact. I want to share a little life hack or suggestion for how to charge these little notes so they start working in the new year. We all know that New Year is a time of energy. When we feel all this positivity inside, there's that whole sense of celebration, excitement, fireworks and works in our emotions. It's all just overflowing, especially at that moment when the clock strikes midnight or shortly before. Whenever your big New Year's countdown happens, but how can we avoid wasting that energy? How can we direct it toward fulfilling our goals? Usually I channel my energy into my wishes for the new year, so I don't just let it drain away somewhere else. Write your list of goals for the new year. Then, when the big countdown or whatever happens in your country, when that peak celebratory moment arrives, take that energy you're feeling, that joy bursting from you, and hold your paper with those wishes. Think in the new year, I'm going to have this, and this. I want to lose weight, build something, start my own school, to pick up a new hobby, buy an art set, and start painting. And you want anything you want. Write those things down, and then, from the bottom of your heart, close your eyes, feel the excitement in your soul, read them, visualize them powerfully. Picture your wishes shining bright in your mind. Imagine yourself accomplishing them. You're basically launching them into the new year right at that moment, telling yourself that these are the things waiting for you in the coming year. That's a small tip for how to charge your wishes and intentions with that holiday energy, which is far more productive than letting it flow away somewhere else. Because if you don't use your energy for your own goals, somebody else might channel it for theirs. So, guys, remember to launch your wishes and intentions during New Year or Christmas. If you live in Europe or elsewhere, anytime you have your winter holiday celebrations, it's incredibly easy to do this, and it comes from the heart. Another piece of advice I want to give is about changing up your New Year's routine a bit. Lots of people watch New Year themed movies, holiday specials. They watch all this Christmas and New Year content on TV. Movies about Santa Claus, about the Grinch who stole Christmas, cartoons about magical elves who saved Santa, and so on. I know many people are used to watching these or the big televised holiday performances that happen in various countries, or those classic films that revolve around all that holiday symbolism. My advice is not to watch them. You can turn on music instead or maybe a concert. There are plenty of those on TV that aren't stuffed off full of holiday symbolism. Because a lot of these movies, shows, and events contain that very magic I mentioned in a previous video about New Year. Magic you shouldn't let into your life if it's tied to darker or negative purposes. If you haven't seen a previous video on the symbolism of the new year, you can check it out on the channel. These films or holiday broadcasts often act like portals, opening up your home to all kinds of energies. So, think about that. It doesn't mean you can't celebrate at all. I've already said you can celebrate in your own way, but try to separate the wheat from the chaff. Set up some basic safety measures for yourself. Don't watch that type of programming. Just turn on some concerts or music. Let it play. Have a fantastic mood. It won't stop you from celebrating however you wish. If you notice that during the holidays or in the days before December 31, you start feeling irritable or getting into arguments with family for no apparent reason, pay attention. It could be that you've inadvertently let that negative magic into your life. You've absorbed it somewhere. Realize that it's an influence, a type of manipulation. So you need to forbid it. Just push that magic out of yourself and say, I won't allow it into my reality. You can find more details about this magic in the previous video, but keep in mind if you start feeling strange tension or conflicts, or if you get irritated at little things, you're probably being manipulated. Catch yourself in that moment and stop it at once. Stay positive. I think that's everything I wanted to say. This has been 3 whole videos on New Year's themes now. It was a pleasure chatting with you. I love all of you so much. I hug and kiss you all. So with love. Yeah, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share my channel. Become a member of my Telegram channel and discuss with like-minded people as a supporting club member.